What happened while we were away, brought to you by Unspeakable Evil. 18-year-old Uvalde, Texas high schooler Salvador Ramos shot and killed his grandmother before leading Border Patrol and police on a chase that ended at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, where Ramos proceeded to shoot and kill 19 children and 2 teachers. Next to nothing is known about the shooter's motives at this time. It's one of the worst school shootings in American history. The bodies weren't even cold before Democrats and lefties from sea to shining sea started calling for gun confiscation.
But by doing something, we at least stop sending this quiet message of endorsement to these killers.
That's Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy. Former Trump Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley summed up yesterday in perhaps the best, most succinct way I saw. Quote, "Folks, America can't fill a God-sized hole with a government-sized pig," end quote. Moving on, notable results from yesterday's primary elections in Georgia. Governor Brian Kemp blasted Trump-endorsed rhino David Perdue. Stacey Abrams won the uncontested Democrat nomination for governor. Herschel Walker won the Republican nomination for senator. Marjorie Taylor Greene won her primary in House District 14. In Arkansas, former White House spokeswoman Sarah Huckabee Sanders won the Republican nomination for governor. In Texas, the Bush dynasty appears to be dead as Attorney General Ken Paxton won his primary runoff election against George P. Bush. In Alabama, Congressman Mo Brooks is advancing to a runoff with Katie Britt for the Republican Senate nomination there. Back to Stacey Abrams. She was asked what she thought about Georgia's record primary turnout after she and many others likened Georgia's voting integrity laws to Jim Crow.
The question about voter suppression and voter turnout is causation without correlation. I'm sorry, you can make mistakes even when you know what you're talking about. It's correlation without causation. We know that increased turnout has nothing to do with suppressant.
Indiana's state legislature overrode a veto from Republican Governor Eric Holcomb yesterday on a bill that bans men from competing on women's sports teams in that state. Holcomb could not be reached for comment because he is, as you may recall, attending the World Economic Forum's annual meeting. Meanwhile, in Iowa, Ankeny High School says this performance of drag queens for school children was not sanctioned by the school. Ankeny High says the event took place during the Gay Straight Alliance's end-of-the-year meeting, and the drag queens were from the Central Iowa Youth Pride pageant. The school says they're launching an investigation. You remember Paxlovid, Pfizer's supposed antiviral pill that got emergency use authorization to treat COVID? The company, along with the CDC, is urging those who have taken the pill and still come down with a case of COVID to isolate immediately after the revelation that those who fit that description are highly contagious. And finally, signs you might be a woman. Here's the Babylon Bee.
Oh, hey, do you know what a woman is? I didn't think so. Nobody knows. Not even Supreme Court justices. But we've come up with a few key indicators to look for that might help you in figuring it out, even if you're not a biologist. Here are some indicators that you might be a woman. Item nombre uno. You're always cold. If you're always asking to put the windows up or to borrow a sweater, you might be a woman, bro. Next item. A human being has popped out of you. Now, I don't know everything, but this might be an indicator that you're a woman, dude. You're definitely a woman if you decorate your bed with 6 or more pillows. What are these pillows for? You can't sleep on them. You can't put them in a different order every day. They have to go in the exact same order. What are you using these pillows for? I don't understand it. Okay, this one's kind of like a sixth sense that women have and only women have. You can tell the difference between rustic farmhouse white and Swiss coffee white at a glance.
And that's what happened while we were away.